Have you ever wondered why so many people are packing up and leaving certain states in America? In recent years, population shifts have become more pronounced as people seek better job opportunities, lower living costs, or simply a change in lifestyle, with factors like rising taxes, high housing costs, and even changing climates. There are some states that just can't seem to keep their residents. In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 states where everyone is leaving in 2024. Whether it's the lure of more affordable housing or better weather elsewhere, we're going to explore why people are making their move. Stick around until the end to find out which state tops the list. You may be surprised. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up and smash the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Let's get started. Number 10. Michigan. Michigan is facing an ongoing population decline, particularly in its industrial cities. Since 2020, Michigan has seen a net population loss of around 8,000 people annually, with residents leaving due to economic challenges. Despite efforts to rebuild, the state has struggled to keep up with job demands, especially in its former manufacturing hubs. Michigan's economy, historically reliant on manufacturing, has faced severe setbacks as industries have downsized or moved overseas. Unemployment rates remain higher than the national average at 4.3%, leading to fewer opportunities for high-paying jobs. This stagnant job market has forced many to leave in search of stable employment. Cities like Detroit have been losing population for years, with over 30,000 people leaving the city between 2010 and 2020. Many residents are frustrated with high crime rates, deteriorating public services, and crumbling infrastructure. The population drain in urban centers has had a ripple effect on the state's overall growth. Michigan's frigid winters, with temperatures often dropping below freezing, are another deterrent. The state averages around 64 inches of snowfall annually, making it less appealing to retirees and others who seek warmer climates. Many Michiganders are heading south to states like Florida and Texas for year-round sunshine. Michigan's struggling economy and declining population have left many residents with little choice but to leave. The harsh winters only accelerate the exodus, making it one of the top states people are fleeing in 2024. Number 9. Louisiana. Louisiana has been hit hard by natural disasters, economic challenges, and population decline. Between 2020 and 2022, Louisiana saw a net population loss of -0.6%, with more residents moving out than moving in. The state's ongoing issues with hurricanes and floods have made it increasingly difficult for people to stay. Louisiana is vulnerable to frequent hurricanes and flooding, with Hurricane Ida in 2021 displacing thousands of people. The damages from these storms are often catastrophic, leaving many homes and businesses in ruins. These frequent disasters have made it harder for residents to rebuild and stay long-term. Louisiana's economy relies heavily on industries like oil, which has seen declines in recent years. Unemployment remains above the national average at 4.1%, and many residents struggle to find stable, well-paying jobs. With few opportunities for economic growth, people are increasingly looking elsewhere for financial stability. Louisiana ranks low in education and healthcare, placing 49th in the U.S. for public education and near the bottom for healthcare quality. Underfunded services are driving families to leave in search of better schools and healthcare in other states. The lack of investment in public infrastructure only worsens the situation. Natural disasters and a weak economy are driving Louisianans away. Combined with poor public services, it's no wonder this state is seeing a steady outflow of its population. Number 8. New York. New York, once a bustling hub for opportunity, is now facing a mass exodus, especially from New York City. Between 2020 and 2022, over 180,000 people left the state, primarily driven by rising living costs and high taxes. The COVID-19 pandemic only accelerated the migration trend, as remote work allowed residents to relocate to more affordable areas. New York, particularly in cities like New York City, has one of the highest costs of living in the country. The median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan is over $4,000, making housing unaffordable for many. With such high costs, residents are seeking more affordable options in states like Florida and Texas. New York has some of the highest tax rates in the U.S., with combined state and local income taxes reaching up to 14.8% for high earners. This heavy tax burden has driven many residents, particularly business owners and high-income individuals, to relocate to states with no income tax, such as Florida and Nevada. The rise of remote work post-pandemic has allowed many New Yorkers to leave the state while keeping their jobs. This has led to a significant population shift as residents move to more affordable areas. Without the need to be physically present in New York City, many have opted for suburban or out-of-state living. New York's high cost of living, combined with skyrocketing taxes, is driving people out. The shift to remote work has further enabled residents to seek a more affordable lifestyle elsewhere. Number 7. Illinois. Illinois has been losing residents steadily, particularly from Chicago, due to high taxes and rising crime rates. Between 2020 and 2022, Illinois experienced a population decline of 104,000 residents. Many are choosing to leave for states with lower taxes and better job opportunities. Illinois ranks among the top states for property taxes, with an average tax rate of 2.27%, which is double the national average. The high cost of homeownership is pushing many families to relocate to neighboring states like Indiana, where property taxes are significantly lower. This tax burden is one of the main reasons residents are fleeing. Chicago's crime rates have been a significant factor driving people out of the state. Violent crime, including shootings and homicides, has been on the rise, creating a sense of insecurity among residents. With over 20 homicides in the past decade, families are seeking safer environments in the suburbs or entirely new states. Illinois is grappling with financial problems, including billions of dollars in state debt. This economic instability has resulted in cuts to public services, infrastructure, and education, making the state less attractive for long-term residents. Many are moving to states with more stable economies and better services. High property taxes and rising crime rates are key reasons why Illinois residents are leaving. The state's economic troubles only add to the outflow, pushing people to more secure and affordable regions. Number 6. California. Despite being the Golden State, California has seen a mass exodus due to high living costs, natural disasters, and increasing taxes. Between 2020 and 2022, 500,000 residents left the state, marking a significant population decline in one of the most populous states in the U.S. California's housing crisis is one of the worst in the nation, with the median home price surpassing $700,000. Cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles have seen sharp increases in rent, forcing many to leave the state in search of affordable housing elsewhere. The high cost of living is a major factor driving people out. California has some of the highest taxes in the U.S., including a top income tax rate of 13.3%. Combined with high housing prices and everyday living costs, many middle-class families are unable to make ends meet. This financial strain has led many Californians to seek more tax-friendly states like Texas or Nevada. California is frequently affected by wildfires, droughts, and earthquakes, making it a challenging environment to live in. In 2022 alone, 7,490 wildfires burned more than 362,000 acres across the state. These natural disasters, coupled with the cost of rebuilding, have prompted many to leave for safer states. California's high cost of living and frequent natural disasters are forcing many residents to leave the state. Rising taxes only add to the financial pressures, driving people to more affordable and secure locations. Number 5. Alaska. Despite its breathtaking natural beauty, Alaska is losing residents due to its harsh climate, limited job opportunities, and geographic isolation. Alaska's population has been steadily declining, with a net loss of 3,800 residents in 2022 alone. Alaska's extreme weather, including long winters and freezing temperatures, is a significant factor pushing residents out. With winter temperatures often dipping below -20 degrees Fahrenheit, many people find it difficult to cope with a harsh climate, especially as they age. Retirees are increasingly relocating to warmer states like Arizona or Florida. Alaska's economy is heavily dependent on oil, gas, and fishing industries, which have seen significant fluctuations in recent years. The state's unemployment rate remains higher than the national average, at 4.5%, leaving fewer opportunities for stable, long-term employment. This lack of job diversity is a major factor behind the population decline. Alaska's remote location makes it difficult for residents to travel or access services available in the contiguous United States. The cost of living is also higher due to transportation costs, with everyday goods being significantly more expensive. Many residents move to mainland states for easier access to amenities and better connectivity. Alaska's extreme weather and limited job market are driving residents away. Its isolation from the rest of the U.S. only exacerbates the challenges, prompting many to relocate for more opportunities. Number 4. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is losing residents due to high taxes, economic stagnation, and crumbling infrastructure. Between 2020 and 2022, 60,000 residents left the state, seeking better job prospects and lower living costs in neighboring states. Pennsylvania's tax rates, including high property taxes, are driving people out. The state's average property tax rate is 1.58%, higher than the national average, making homeownership more expensive. Many residents are moving to states like Delaware and Florida, where property taxes are significantly lower. Pennsylvania's economy has been sluggish, with limited job growth in key industries. The state has struggled to attract new businesses, resulting in fewer employment opportunities for residents. This slow economic progress has led to a population decline as people seek better opportunities elsewhere. Pennsylvania's infrastructure is among the oldest in the country, with roads, bridges, and public transportation systems in dire need of repair. The state ranks 40th in the nation for infrastructure quality, and residents are increasingly frustrated with the lack of investment in public services. This has prompted many to move to states with more reliable infrastructure. High taxes, slow economic growth, and aging infrastructure are driving residents out of Pennsylvania. Many are seeking better opportunities in neighboring states with stronger economies and lower taxes. Number 3. West Virginia. West Virginia has been struggling with population loss due to the decline of coal mining, lack of health care, and high poverty rates. Between 2020 and 2022, 12,000 residents left the state, marking one of the steepest population declines in the country. West Virginia's economy has long depended on coal mining, but the industry's decline has left many residents without jobs. Unemployment rates remain high at 4.4%, and young people are leaving in search of jobs in growing industries. The state has struggled to diversify its economy, further exacerbating the population decline. West Virginia ranks among the worst states for healthcare access and quality, consistently placing in the bottom 5 states. Many residents, particularly in rural areas, lack access to hospitals or specialized care. This healthcare crisis is driving people to states with better medical facilities and services. West Virginia has one of the highest poverty rates in the country, with 17.2% of residents living below the poverty line. The lack of economic mobility and opportunities is prompting many to leave for more prosperous states. The state's inability to address poverty and improve living conditions continues to drive out residents. West Virginia's economic struggles, poor health care, and high poverty rates are causing a significant outflow of residents. The decline of the coal industry has left the state in a downward spiral, with little hope for a quick recovery. Number 2. Oregon. Oregon has seen an increase in residents leaving due to rising housing costs, homelessness, and environmental challenges like wildfires. Between 2020 and 2022, Oregon experienced a population loss of 25,000 people. Oregon's housing market has become increasingly expensive, particularly in cities like Portland. The median home price in Portland has soared to $537,000, making it difficult for many residents to afford housing. This has forced people to move to more affordable states like Idaho and Nevada. Oregon, especially Portland, has been facing a growing homelessness problem. The state has one of the highest homelessness rates in the country, with over 14,000 people experiencing homelessness in 2022. This visible crisis has made the state less desirable for families and individuals, prompting them to seek out states with fewer social issues. Wildfires have become a significant issue in Oregon, with fires like the Bootleg Fire in 2021 burning over 413,000 acres. The increasing frequency of wildfires, combined with rising temperatures, has made the state less attractive to residents concerned about safety and property damage. Many are relocating to areas with fewer environmental risks. Oregon's rising housing costs, homelessness crisis, and environmental challenges are driving residents away. The state's ongoing issues with wildfires only add to the reasons why people are leaving in search of safer and more affordable areas. Number 1. New Jersey. New Jersey tops the list as the state where everyone seems to be leaving in 2024. Between 2020 and 2022, 85,000 residents left the state, driven by high property taxes, cost of living, and congestion. New Jersey has the highest property taxes in the country, with an average rate of 2.49%. For homeowners, this creates a significant financial burden, prompting many to sell their homes and move to states with lower taxes like North Carolina or Florida. The state's high tax rates make it increasingly unaffordable for middle-class families. New Jersey's cost of living is among the highest in the nation, with high housing, healthcare, and transportation costs. The median home price in New Jersey is $450,000, far above the national average, making it difficult for many to afford to stay. This financial pressure is causing residents to move to states with more reasonable living costs. Commuters in New Jersey face some of the worst traffic congestion in the U.S., especially those commuting into New York City. The long commutes, combined with high transportation costs, are driving people to less congested states. Many are moving to suburban or rural areas in states with better infrastructure and less stress. High taxes and an expensive cost of living are pushing New Jersey residents to leave. The state's congestion problems only add to the exodus, making it the top state where people are fleeing in 2024. Here are some practical tips for moving out of high exodus states. Research your new state's cost of living and job market. Before making the move, thoroughly research the cost of living in your potential new state. States like Texas or Florida may offer lower taxes, but housing prices, healthcare costs, or job opportunities can vary significantly by city and region. Consider housing market trends before selling your home. If you're moving from a state with a high cost of living, like California or New York, selling your home could be a significant financial boost. However, take into account current housing market conditions to avoid selling at a loss. Evaluate tax implications of moving to a new state. Moving to a state with lower taxes, such as Florida or Texas, both of which have no state income tax, can save you money in the long run. However, some states may have higher sales or property taxes, so it's essential to understand the full tax structure before relocating. Prepare for cultural and lifestyle adjustments. Moving to a new state often involves more than just a change in location. There are cultural, social, and even climate differences to consider. For example, moving from a densely populated urban state like New York to a more rural or suburban area may require lifestyle adjustments. Check infrastructure and public services in your new location. One of the reasons people are leaving states like Louisiana or West Virginia is the poor quality of public services and infrastructure. Before moving, assess the quality of schools, healthcare facilities, and transportation networks in your new state. Prepare for changes in climate and natural disaster risks. If you're moving from a state prone to natural disasters, such as California's wildfires or Louisiana's hurricanes, it's important to understand the weather and environmental risks in your new location. And there you have it, the top 10 states where everyone is leaving in 2024. Whether it's high taxes, rising living costs, or environmental challenges, these states are seeing residents pack up and move to greener pastures. Are you planning to move to one of these states or leave it behind? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest content on life, work, and living around the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video as we explore more fascinating trends and destinations.